What a huge missed opportunity to not call this Bad Boys for Life. The third movie was called Bad Boys for Life, but they should have swapped it so that you could have the number 4 for life. What are we doing? This ain't hard, people. Hey now! What is up, everybody? My name is Mike Brown, aka Review King MB, and I just got back from the theaters after seeing Bad Boys Ride or Die.
Fuck. Die. Yes. Eat her. Eat her face off.
I saw this in IMAX. This is a 2024 film, and I'm going to cut through the bullshit. I'm going to just cut right down to the chase. I enjoyed this movie in parts, but I can't say I love this movie. I can't say that the movie all around is the best Bad Boys film. It might even be the weakest of the franchise, given it's the fourth one, given that they're even older than they were in the last movie. And I thought that the script and the plot has major issues, has major things I'm kind of scratching my head and going like, man, could we not have done this better? Fortunately, I think there's enough good things here to sort of get you through it and make this movie watchable, enjoyable, however you want to say it. It's still directed by Adil and Bilal, who are the same two guys that directed the third movie. They also did Miss Marvel. Their direction I want to praise for a second because the script is what it is, but when the action scenes happen, they look great. There's a lot of direction, camera angles. In the third act especially, there is almost like a video game-like style to the shooting that Will Smith is doing. And when the action does happen, it's probably some of the strongest things in this movie. They don't hold back. It's still rated R. There's plenty of blood and killing around. So all of that's good. The dynamic between Will Smith and Martin Lawrence is still what you want to see from these two characters. They are fun. They do have good chemistry going back and forth. Obviously, it's built over decades now, and like we've been following and watching all of this, so that's authentic. It's real. It's there. And I appreciate the moments that the movie acknowledges that these two characters are older. They can't exactly do 100% the things that they could do before, or the action doesn't come quite as easily as it used to. Even Will Smith's character, it seems like they showed that he's not the same 20-year-old guy that he was all those years ago. I will admit that not all of the humor works. It seems like Martin Lawrence's character, Marcus, he is so goofy now, and I know he was always sort of the silly one. I mean, they're both kind of silly, right? But for whatever reason, whether it's because Martin's just older now, right? And he's not as fast-paced. I don't know if his character should still be acting this dumb. His character goes through something at the very beginning and it kind of makes him act very weird, very goofy. And a lot of that stuff, I did not laugh. It just seemed very forced and very much like, let's create conflict between these two versus something that felt more natural and organic. But there was plenty of other moments that they did make me laugh, so that's why I'm kind of going back and forth. Joe Pantoliano. I've never been able to say that guy's name, but even though he died in the last movie, he's still here in death. Paola Nunez, who is their captain, she was in the last movie, had a romantic thing with Mike, and now Mike is married to another character. I don't remember if this girl was in the last movie, his wife now. Like, not Paola Nunez. They're not together anymore. But it's a new character that I think they said was his therapist, physical therapist. Either way, I can't say I cared about the wife, because she's, to me, brand new. Have no feeling of her character or her personality. She's just an object for Will Smith to be scared of losing. right? Everyone around him dies, and so she's just kind of an object and nothing more. But Paola, hopefully I'm saying Paola, she, goddamn, it's almost hard to believe that the character Will Smith, Mike Lowry, let her go because, goddamn. Alexander Ludwig, who comes back from the last movie. I thought there was more members of the younger SWAT-like team that they had a part of the group. Vanessa Hudgens, goddamn, she too comes back, and but it's only the two characters now. I still like them. I'm glad that that's still an element there. Tasha Smith replaced Teresa Randall, who was Martin Lawrence's wife. Teresa Randall is in the first three movies. She was even in the last one. So I don't know why she was replaced. I could not find online why. It just keeps saying, oh, she's replaced. So that took me out. Every time the new actress was there, I just was like, you're not her. You're not his wife character. What the hell is going on? Eric Dane plays the villain. And I feel like he's a guy that his face looked familiar. I feel like I've seen him before, but I looked him up and I don't think I have. He just has one of those generic bad guy faces, generic movie villain. Even the villain that he plays, the writing of him feels like a typical action movie villain that you've seen 175,000 times. He's not bad per se, but there's not anything too special. Eon Gruffudd is an actor that I've seen in a lot of things, and his character kind of went the way that I expected. DJ Khaled, who I know was in the last movie, but I could do without the sort of cameos for the sake of cameos, like his character, like a lot of the internet, YouTube, community type people that were brought in. I'm on YouTube, so I'm not trying to be a hater. In one sense, good for them, but every time somebody that is like a meme person or a TikTok person would show up, it would take me out because I'm like, oh, I know who that person is. Also, Tiffany Haddish, like, I know some people like her, but she's just not. Her humor doesn't do much for me. Mike Lowry's son, who was in the last movie, he's back here, and he has the side plot that's kind of a redemption arc for him, right? Because he was a villain, and so he's kind of sort of trying to see where he places in the world. Can he be a good person? And this is one of the problems I have with the script as far as how predictable a lot of this movie is. There's so much delivery, setup, and it's like, if you've seen enough movies, just in general, you know where they're going. You know where it's going to pay off. His story is absolutely the definition of telegraphed, obvious. You have the daughter character, who I think they said, was she FBI, whatever she was, who's the daughter of Joe Pants, and she's angry that Will Smith's son killed him in the last movie, and so she's like, if I see him, and I'm like, okay, I know what's going to happen here. Another thing with a crocodile that's completely telegraphed, and I'm sitting there like, yeah, I can obviously guess where this is going to go. That is frustrating a little bit of how I don't think there's anything special about the script. But like I said, the dynamic between the characters, albeit forced humor, does still work, did still make me laugh a few times, and the action is aggressive. The action is as good as it needed to be for me to have a decent time. I'm going to give this a good date movie. So guys, let me know in the comments below if you too saw Bad Boys Ride or Die. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Later!